For years, Amal Clooney has been a pillar of strength. Whether in a courtroom fighting for human rights or walking hand in hand with her husband George Clooney on a red carpet, Amal has always carried herself with elegance, grace, and quiet resilience. But even the strongest souls can only carry so much. And now, as George's health continues to deteriorate behind closed doors, the emotional toll is starting to show. According to sources close to the couple, Amal can no longer suppress the pain. Her emotional walls are crumbling under the pressure of watching the love of her life suffer through a relentless health crisis. Those who know her say she's in agony, trying to hold the family together while desperately hoping for a miracle. And just days ago, Amal broke down in a moment so raw and vulnerable, it has shaken even their inner circle. Though the Clooneys have always been intensely private about their personal lives, whispers have grown louder in recent weeks. George's health, long the subject of quiet concern among friends, has now reportedly taken a sharp and sudden decline. He's been in and out of medical facilities, undergoing treatments under the care of top specialists. It's a devastating blow for a man who once seemed untouchable. George's effortless charm, timeless screen presence, and international humanitarian efforts made him more than just a Hollywood icon. He became a symbol of strength and sophistication. But today, he's fighting a battle few knew about, and it's pushing Amal to her emotional limits. Earlier this week, Amal was spotted leaving a private hospital in London. Dressed in black, her face hidden behind oversized glasses, Amal looked visibly shaken. But it was what happened next that caught everyone by surprise. As she walked toward her car, her composure cracked. She paused, turned away from the press, and began to weep uncontrollably. Staff rushed to offer support, but Amal waved them off gently. This was a moment of grief she needed to face on her own. One witness described the scene as heart-shattering. This wasn't the Amal the world knew, the fearless human rights lawyer and media darling. This was a wife, a mother, a woman on the edge of despair, standing alone in a parking lot, grappling with the fear that she might lose the man she loves most. At home, the situation is no better. Sources close to the family say George is being cared for around the clock. Amal has put her entire career on hold, delaying court cases, withdrawing from conferences, and even skipping long-anticipated charity events. Everything in her life has narrowed down to one priority: George. Friends describe Amal's new routine as relentlessly painful. Her days begin with medical consultations, treatment updates, and private time by George's bedside. Her nights are filled with anxiety and isolation, even as she tries to remain strong for their children. The couple's twins, Ella and Alexander, are being shielded from the worst of it, but Amal reportedly struggles with how to explain their father's fragile state. As word spreads throughout the entertainment industry, George and Amal's circle of close friends are rallying in support. Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, and Cindy Crawford have all reached out, offering emotional support, messages of hope, and logistical help. But despite the flood of kindness, Amal remains emotionally distant, focusing all her energy on George and refusing to leave his side for even a moment. To the outside world, she may seem like a fortress of calm. But those closest to her know that behind the stoic front is a woman barely holding it together. And her recent public breakdown confirms what so many have suspected, that Amal is quietly shattering under the weight of an unimaginable crisis. George and Amal's relationship has always been the kind of love story that feels like it belongs in the movies. From their glamorous wedding in Venice to their advocacy for global causes, the couple became a modern fairy tale. But now, that fairy tale has hit a cruel and terrifying chapter. In sickness and in health, words spoken in vows that so many recite, but rarely expect to be tested by. For Amal, that test is unfolding in real time. Every second is a battle against fear, every hour a reminder that love, no matter how powerful, can't always heal the body. But if there's one thing Amal is determined to do, it's to be there until the very end, no matter what that end may be. At this point, no official statements have been made by the family. And perhaps that's intentional. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. Amal has chosen to focus inward, to spend what time she can with George, to hold his hand, to make every breath and heartbeat count. The future remains uncertain. All we know is that this chapter is far from over, and the world will be watching with heavy hearts and hopeful prayers. As we continue to cover this incredibly emotional story, we ask that you subscribe to our channel. Show your support by staying informed, sharing your thoughts, and being part of a global community that values compassion over gossip, humanity over headlines. We will continue to honor George and Amal's story with the care and respect it deserves. And through every update, we'll keep you close to the heart of the Clooney family's journey, no matter how it unfolds.